Rosie O'Donnell has become a voice of reason on the gender madness.
Told me that her stuffed animals were non-binary. I'm like, here we go. Here we go. And I said, okay, well, what does that mean? She goes, they don't feel like a boy and they don't feel like a girl. I said, well, that's fantastic. Do you know what's funny is that I'm a girl who people used to call a tomboy because I liked all the boy stuff when I was little. And you know what's weird? I still do really like the boy stuff. I like football. I like riding a motorcycle. I like to do a lot of stuff that boys traditionally like to do. But you know what else? Never was confused about thinking if I was a boy or a girl. Always knew I was a girl and loved being a girl. So you can be a girl and feel any way you want, or you can figure out what it is. And I'm like rambling. And she said, are you done? Are you done?
This was Rosie O'Donnell's daughter was saying, I don't know if I feel like a girl or a boy. And Rosie making this point saying, you can be a girl and still like the boy stuff. Of course, had Rosie O'Donnell been a child today, depending on her parents and her community, they almost certainly would have tried to trans her. But she says, no, I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. I'm a girl who has a sexual desire for other girls. I'm a girl who likes to ride motorcycles. I'm a girl who likes to watch football, but I'm a girl, because you can't change that. And even the people who think that you can change that if you're a girl but you like football, you're a boy and you need to chop your body up, they know that they're not identical with boys. Even the really pro-trans people, they know that there's a difference. They know that they're, in some ways, at least, they're like the sex that they appear to be and are. So Rosie is just giving a different perspective here. And Rosie is more right than most people on this issue. It's not even quite so simple as Rosie is making it, though. There's some people who are saying being a girl is purely about biology, X chromosomes in a uterus. And then there are other people who are saying being a girl has nothing to do with biology. It has to do with whether you have pretty dresses and Barbie dolls. And there are the first group of people, they'll say, no, actually, it has nothing to do with whether you like Barbie dolls. You can not like Barbie dolls, you can wear blue jeans, you can be a girl. And neither side is totally right. I was at the TPUSA Pastors Conference yesterday. I am not a pastor, but I was speaking to a group of pastors there. And a young woman came up to me. And she said, Michael, what is a woman? We never seem to get an answer to that. It's a great question, and the liberals can't answer it, but we don't really seem to get a precise answer on the right either. Sometimes people will say, oh, it's an adult female. Okay, sure, but what does that mean? And sometimes people will say X chromosomes, but okay, what does that mean? And sometimes people will say the Barbie dolls and the dresses, and so what is it? And one answer that I like to give is that a woman is sugar, spice, and everything nice. I think that's much more precise than any of the other answers that people give. Being a girl is about a lot of different things. And where Rosie goes a little bit wrong, actually, is she says, you can like whatever you want and do whatever you want and still be a girl. Well, yeah, maybe. But actually, if you're a girl, you are called to do certain things. You actually do have a certain kind of purpose. You actually do have certain behaviors that are implied by your biology, by yourself. And I know that's not popular to say these days, but it's true. And if you're a man, you have certain obligations and duties too, and you can act like a man. A woman is not just her body. A woman is at least her body, but she's not just her body. There's more to being a woman than that. So Rosie's on the right track, but there's more to say. Right now, go to goodranchers.com, use promo code Knowles. Memorial Day is a time to honor and remember our brave servicemen and women who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. It is also a time to come together as a nation, gather with loved ones, and enjoy some mouth-watering meals. What better way to do that than with premium 100% American meat from Good Ranchers? Good Ranchers is not like the other meat delivery companies that import a majority of their products. They are passionate about delivering the finest 100% American meat right to your doorstep. Here's something special. Good Ranchers proudly offers a 10% discount to all past and present service members as a way of saying thank you for their service. But that's not it. In honor of Memorial Day, Good Ranchers is giving our listeners an exclusive opportunity. When you use code Knowles, K-N-W-L-E-S, you can save 20% off site-wide. From tender steaks to succulent chicken, GoodRanchers.com has it all. I had the other night a juicy, delicious Good Ranchers burger, And it's the best. It's the best burger out there. And the steaks are just juicy and delicious. And it's just top shelf meat, okay? Fire up the grill on Memorial Day and your family and friends will thank you for it. They will know that the meat that everyone is enjoying is not only of the highest quality, but also supports American ranchers. GoodRanchers.com. Head on over, use code Knowles, save 20% site-wide. The more you stock up on, the more you will save during the Memorial Day sale. Promo code Knowles at GoodRanchers.com. Good Ranchers, American meat delivered. Karine Jean-Pierre, White House press secretary, was asked a question about the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, which is this rabidly anti-Christian, particularly anti-Catholic drag queen troupe that is being honored by the LA Dodgers. More like L Gay Dodgers, if you ask me. Tip your waitress. She was asked this question because the president is at least nominally Catholic. Here's her answer.
This is one that's really caught the eye of a lot of Catholics and Christians, and frankly, they're hurt by this. The LA Dodgers are honoring a group called the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence during a Pride Night game next month. The Archdiocese of LA, Catholic leaders there, say the group mocks the Catholic faith and women religious who serve the poor and sick, and is asking all Catholics to stand against bigotry and hate in any form. The president is Catholic, we all know. What is his reaction to this story, please?
Look, I appreciate the question, Owen. I'm just not going to get into the middle of who a sports team is going to honor or should not honor. That's just not something that I'm going to get in the middle of.
The president has made it, it's very important to him, religious freedom. He's issued statements on it in the past saying all people of all religions should be treated with equal dignity and respect. I know what you just said there. You kind of want to stay out of it, but isn't this a prime example of something like that?
I'm just not going to get in the middle of who a sports team decides to honor or not honor. That is not going to get in the middle of that. But appreciate the question.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to get in the middle of that. We from political office, we're not going to get involved with what sports teams are doing, right? As if the entire Democratic Party didn't weigh in on the NFL kneeling, white supremacy fiasco of 2016, 2017. As if Joe Biden could ever keep his mouth shut on any of these cultural issues. As if the White House didn't invite Dylan Mulvaney to come do an interview with him. Give me a break. What are you talking about? The White House is always involved in these things. He just doesn't want to comment on this because it's indefensible, and yet he knows that his side is on the side of the anti-Christian drag queens. And so he doesn't want to put himself in a bad position where he's going to have to overtly and publicly disavow his faith in order to side with them. But he also doesn't want to defend the faith because he knows where his bread is buttered, at least in this world. It's with the anti-Christians. So they keep their mouths shut. Okay. It is increasingly clear that we are facing an assault on Christianity and on all traditional views of society and morality and religion. Even for people who don't consider themselves Christian, you probably cherish a lot of the fruits of Christian civilization. And now all of that is under assault. So when you ask me, which candidate do I want to back in 2024? Is it Trump? Is it DeSantis? Is it Chris Christie? Don't count Chris Christie out. Is it Vivek Ramaswamy? Is it Nikki? Is it this? Is it... I want to back the candidate that can see the assault on religion that is going on right now, the sacrilege that is going on right now, that will not merely chip away at popular piety, but will fundamentally undermine all of the most important aspects of our society. Because religion is not just some fun little hobby that people have in society, or they don't. Religion is what animates the whole society. And so if you live in a culture that publicly mocks religion, then you're not going to have a very flourishing society. So which candidate am I going to go for? I'd like the candidate who can credibly propose to stop that all-out assault. What a ridiculous line from the White House. Oh, it's just some little sports team thing. Right, sports is public. This is the team of the city, the LA Dodgers, Public sports have always had a patriotic component. They tell us a lot about what our culture believes, what our political order is going to be. Of course we've got to be involved. If sports weren't political, the LA Dodgers wouldn't be honoring a sacrilegious drag troupe. Of course it's political. And you're going to keep your mouth shut because the politics is going in your direction and you don't want to upset that. I want a Republican presidential candidate who's willing to upset that. Boy, what a clip. If you want more of that, if you want long interviews, if you want the yes or no game, if you want The Daily Show, you got to check out the Michael Knowles YouTube channel and ring that bell and subscribe. We'll see you next time.